Never seen an insecure gargoyle before. I was talking to a friend a couple months ago, and they laid down something for me that really got me thinking. And my friend was like, "Listen, sorry, you're going to be starting this new magazine, and I understand that you've had like a media platform for like a good 12 years now, and I want you to do something for me." I'm like, "What's that?" And he was like, "I want you to take responsibility for everyone." And I'm like, "What? Everyone? Oh man, that seems like a lot." And he's like, "No, man, honestly, I want you to listen to me. Take responsibility for everybody, not just your team, not just your family. Um, just he wants you to take responsibility for for me to take responsibility for everything." And I'm like, "Okay, okay, I'm gonna give this a shot." So me and Bailey, we're gonna take responsibility for everything. Hey, Clint, check out my hat. Gives me some cred when I'm in Hamilton. Just picking back up on what we were talking about earlier. Taking responsibility for everybody. And I was a little aghast, to be honest. I'm like, "Well, everybody? Why in the name of the good Lord would I want to do that for?" I said. And actually, I believe that's God's job. He takes responsibility for everybody. And this guy, my friend, he's a PhD. Um, in, I believe, religion and theology, physics. And he's a very smart man. And he's like, "Si, trust me when I say this. If you are going to be launching a culture magazine, you have to do more. You have to take more responsibility. You're going to be doing social criticism. You're going to be managing a national, international team." Like, well, I already do that. And I don't have to take responsibility for anybody besides me, my family, my dogs, my friends, and my team. And of course, the people in the cannabis sector and the psychedelic sector. And so after I hung up with him, I started thinking about this. It haunted me. It just haunted me. I've been doing a lot of growth and changing a lot over the last year. The trip across Canada a few times, that helped significantly. And couple like strategic psychedelic trips where I was able to integrate the experience and learn and grow and heal. And this year out here in the winter, uh, I've been massively creative. I have been painting and writing and drawing and film editing, and I have so many things on the go as I wrap up High Canada Magazine. But the more I thought about this concept that I could indeed be responsible for everybody. I could do it. I could grow and I can adapt. And if I want to pursue this giant dream of this new magazine, this new media platform, and I want to make a bigger difference out there, then I have to grow and change. And I have to let go of my past, which I've been working on. I have to make sure that I do challenge myself, that I'm taking self care, that I'm learning every day, that I am drawing clear boundaries between me and situations and people. And especially with this villains issue, I started really thinking about the idea of taking responsibility for everyone. And that has definitely impacted the villains section of our Heroes and Villains issue, our issue 100, our last issue, High Candy Magazine. Oh my God, it's going to be a monster. A monster. I'm going to need lightning and Frankenstein's lab to bring it to life. And it's going to be 200 pages. It's going to be hardcover. It's going to have to be bound. We're going to have to sell it because there's no way I'm going to get it up, something this large, uploaded to the website without some major modifications to my website. Um, and with High Canada like shuttering its doors, I'm thinking, you know what? This is a great time to start taking responsibility for just about everything. Or about everything. About everything. Why don't I be responsible for every single person that I know and I don't know, for every person in every city, town, and countryside that I visit and don't visit, responsible for every dog, cat, bird, responsible for everything. And that doesn't mean that I have to drive myself crazy or look after everybody or pay the way for everybody. But what I can do is I can take overall responsibility for being a good person and for being a good leader of my team, for being, for, moving positive things forward, for positive action in our life, in my life. And I can do that by being responsible. And not just for myself, for everybody. To be honest, it takes a lot of the onus of me being responsible for myself if I'm responsible for everybody. You know, many of you, my close friends, not very many of you actually, know that I'm going through this empty nest thing this right now. Between losing my parents, a few of my friends, my son moving out, and me on the road and, writing and doing all the things that I've done this winter, I've changed. Changed a bit. Actually, I think I've changed a lot. I am no longer the same person I was a year ago. I'm not even the same person I was 6 months ago. And if I could be perfectly honest with you, I doubt I'm even the same person I was 6 weeks ago. So much has happened. I've changed so much. I've become more of an asshole. Sorry, it's true. I have drawn way more boundaries and lines in the sand that you are not allowed to cross, or I will do something about that. I have really worked on building my few close relationships up, and I'm really happy with the friendships and relationships that I have in my life right now. I've got good people in my life who honestly care about me. And I've got a whole bunch of people in my life who don't give a fucking shit about the cannabis sector, who don't look at me and see the Cy Williams, editor-in-chief of High Canada Magazine or Psychedelic Canada Magazine. They don't see the clout, because I get so many people just like clout chasers, fucking clout chasers. And I can't even date in our sector because most of the people I approach to date or approach me are they want to be the new princess of pot, queen of pot. They want to be, they want the clout. They can't see past my job, my role, and that bugs me so much. So I have met some new people, and to be honest, a couple of them don't even know anything about the cannabis sector. They know nothing about my public persona, and the couple things they've seen that makes them laugh, they think it's funny that I could flip on this switch and suddenly be, hi, I'm Cy Williams from High Canada Magazine, and go into that role, and they're blown away. They almost have 1 million views on YouTube, and they're blown away by my 18 million views on Google and the 30 Google pages if you happen to Google me, which is daunting, and I try not to do that. But there's no better way to vet somebody than to go see what Google has to say about them. Google and Reddit. So, responsibility for everybody. I'm going to get this issue. I'm going to get it done. I'm approaching this finish line. I can't believe it's finally here. I have been building up to this moment for so long. And yeah, I've got a shitload of work to do. I have so much work to do, and I work on it every single day. But this one's going to be one for the books. It's going to be historic. This is a good chance for me to brush off the dust and crack the old fingers and get things back onto newsstands where they belong. I want my magazines out there. I want them in shoppers. I want them at newsstands where you can purchase them. I want to be able to order. I want you to be able to purchase them. I want to keep growing and evolving and changing, and that's what I'm doing. So, as many of you know, Heroes and Villains, our big 100th final issue, out sometime at the end of July. Although with the size of this monster, probably August. I am also in the process of launching the new media platform, Deep Culture Magazine, to people, places, things, events, and anything culture to get that really going. This is the first time I've had a partner. Ooh, for those of you who don't know, I met the other side of a rebel leader. And you know what? I like to consider myself a bit of a rebel leader. I've got a great team. We kick at stuff. We challenge norms. We break unjust laws. We challenge the federal, provincial, and municipal governments. I have very, very little tolerance for law enforcement or authority. And then last September, I was camping. I met this lady who turned out to be an even bigger freedom fighter than I was, an even bigger rebel leader than I was. And she has an even bigger mouth than I do. And she is passionate and smart and has many degrees. And I told her what I was doing, what I had planned. And she's like, well, listen, I don't know anything about the cannabis sector, but this Deep Culture magazine you got, I like it. I'm all about truth, she tells me. I'm all about the truth. And she's been fighting some good causes. She's not a social justice warrior either. She's not woke, that's for sure. And she gets herself in as much trouble as I do because she does not mind being a truth teller, calling stuff out. And so we became friends. And a couple months later, she's like, listen, I think we should become partners. I'm like, oh, partners? What do you mean? She's like, I'll do this Deep Culture magazine with you, but I'll do it on one condition, that you take me on as a full partner. I'm like, oh, I am the ultimate lone wolf. I have never had that kind of partner before. And she didn't care. She wouldn't take no for an answer. Thought about it. I went back and I agreed. And so I have a full partner. She is kind of the money woman. She's my money person. She's smart. She's That's Katie 7, and she has caused some stir. She has been in the middle of so many important discussions and conversations in Canada, and she is a fighter. So you think I'm bad now? Wait, yes, we are going to get 10 times worse, or is that 10 times better? I can't decide. Um, so currently recruiting our team of reporters, our national reporters. So if you happen to see this and you go, "Oh man, this sounds like fun," I should reach out to this side 87 people and see if they're accepting writers. And guess what? We are. We're not accepting any team members. We're keeping the core team tight for the first year. Probably not even going to go near psychedelics or cannabis content or advertising for the first year. I need to step away from that side of it with this Deep Culture magazine. I will still be putting out the high specials, our first one on tourism coming out in September. So I'm really excited about that. I'm still active within the cannabis sector. I sit on the board as their media advisor, the board of the CCTA, the Canadian Cannabis Tourism Alliance. I am very active when it comes to cannabis tourism, and I will continue to be active within the cannabis and psychedelic sectors. But I'm going to be doing lots of other things. Um, so listen, if you want to get involved in either the new team with the high specials, or if you're interested in getting involved in the new Deep Culture magazine team, or you want to contribute, here's what you can do. You can send Deep Culture magazine an email and address it to me, Cy Williams, or Katie 7, and it's deepculturemagazine@gmail.com. We haven't launched our official website yet, so we don't have proper emails. Like it'll be like Cy Williams at deepculturemagazine.com. But right now, for now, until we officially launch issue 0 in about a month, we are deepculturemagazine@gmail.com. Send me a sample or two of your writing if you are a writer. Send me a link to any video content because we're video content is crazy important. A lot of the stuff we're doing these days is totally video based. If you are a podcaster and you're into audio, send me a link to your Spotify or channel so I can hear what you're all about. Send me stuff to show me that you know what you're doing and that you are passionate about what you're doing. I will get back to you. I will review the material you've sent in, and we'll talk it out and see where we can find a place for you within either the high specials or Deep Culture magazine. Now, for high specials, please email me at editor@highcanada.net, because I'm going to be keeping that and the website going. We're going to be adapting it in about 6 weeks or so to the new high format for our high specials, and we should be getting to our 1 million views on YouTube around the same time. Oh, you're looking at me eating icing. Okay, I don't know, for those of you who don't know, I have a massive sugar addiction. Not only do I love my cannabis and I love my coffee, but I got a thing for these $2 icings that you get at the Dollar Tree. And I'm telling you, mm, 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 mm. No wonder people hate me. I eat icing. I never put on a pound. I will have the craziest, best job in the entire world. I have amazing friends. I have the best dog in the entire world. I live a pretty good life. I get to, do what I want to do. I don't have a boss. I have my advertisers and I have lateral partners, and now I have a partner. But nobody has my leash. There's not a single LP or group out there that can say they have me leashed. And I have to say that's probably why I'm single right now too, because I'm not house trainable. Alas. And if you want to find out more about that, talk to any one of my ex-wives or ex-girlfriends, and they'll tell you, yeah, he's not trainable. He's not house trainable. So I'm gonna go back to eating my pudding. I wanted to share that those couple little tidbits with you, and it's always good to check in. Much love and respect to all of our readers, all of our viewers, and everybody who has supported my dream of High Canada Magazine, Psychedelic Canada Magazine, High Europe Magazine, and High USA Magazine over the years. I could not have gotten here without you. Don't hate on me because I did it. You would have probably done it too, given the opportunity. I'd like to think that I have a much better reputation than many, many of my predecessors. I'm really looking forward to calling out all the bad behavior I've been seeing with our villains issue, holding up the heroes and the people that I admire, making sure that we focus on some of the unsung heroes who may not have gotten a lot of attention. And as always, I like to hold up the people behind the plant. And after our issue 100, and we call out all these people, if I'm not murdered in my sleep, or sleeping with the fishes, or in jail, or had my pantsuit off, we will be getting going better, better, more impactful stories and content for our new magazine. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. I should have a funky theme song to roll out when I leave. You know, it's a damn shame I've never been able to monetize High Canada Magazine on YouTube because we meet all the criteria. But until they fully legalize, decriminalize, and the big players over there change their SOPs and change their rules and regulations, people like me, like Ramo, like Tammy Stanhope, like all the content creators I see out there, we're going to have to keep doing it for free. That's okay. We do it because we love it. Right? Right. Right? Right. Okay. Theme song. I'm out of here. Thought of the perfect exit song. And he was bad, bad, Leroy Brown. Baddest man in the whole damn town. Meaner than old King Kong. Meaner than a junkyard dog. He was bad, bad, Leroy Brown. Baddest man in the whole damn town. Badder than old King Kong. Meaner than a junkyard dog. Well, he was bad, bad, Cy Williams, meanest man in the cannabis industry. You better not fuck around, or he'll find out and paint you as a villain in the last issue of his mag.